Hi, I'd like to spend a couple minutes this week talking about in-text citations. Um, so this example here I pulled straight from our discussion board. It is my own sort of site, the example that I did from slate.com. Matt Miller was the author. It was in 2016, paragraph 5. We need all this information. So the first thing I need to start with is essentially, why do we in-text cite? And the answer is that we in-text cite to avoid plagiarism. It's not, I know we did the reference citations, and that says that information from that article is used somewhere, but it doesn't say where. And because we paraphrase and summarize a lot in our essays, it means that we need to use in-text citations in order to show our reader exactly what isn't ours. And so it could just be one statement, or it could be half the essay. When we paraphrase and we put it into our own words, our reader has no way of knowing what is the author's and what is somebody else's thought. And it largely boils down to thoughts. Sometimes it boils down to direct words. So here is the sample text. Unlike previous plagues, right? This is the original text. And I want to quote it. And there's a lot of different ways to do this beginning information. According to Matt Miller, 2016, or just Matt Miller, or biologist, like lead biology person for bees in the world, Matt Miller. But we don't know who Matt Miller is, and sometimes we want to let our reader know. In this case, he's just a journalist. And so he wrote, this new wave of affliction was rendering hives completely empty. There's a lot of language here I want to keep, and so I use a direct quotation. So up front, when I say Miller, the last name, and 2016, this is important because when we go to the reference page, the first two bits of information are going to be author, Miller, date, 2016. So it's an easy way to find who this is. Because it's a quote, we want the paragraph number. In fact, even for paraphrases, you don't need it, but I do recommend using the paragraph number. So I had to rewrite this in my own words just to have a paraphrase, because that's, for whatever reason, maybe I wanted to paraphrase. So I still need all the same information: author, date, paragraph number. For a summary, you could still include the paragraph number. It's not a faux pas. But I basically boil down an entire paragraph or a larger series of a larger amount of text into a short amount of text for a summary. So again, Miller, 2016. So if you quote, put the author up front typically, and put the date right after it. And then at the end of it, put this. There's one additional thing though. Sometimes we do a block quote. And so we want all of this. This is over 40 words. So over 40 words. A block quote. So I would need a way to introduce it. Perhaps in this case, there have been the articles written in the bee rapture. You could write, one article summarizes it best. This is the end of a full sentence. A block quote needs to come at the end of a full sentence that has a colon for its usage. So there could have been a whole, paragraph written before this. So it's a paragraph filler. Many sentences. And then the last sentence. This one. What I do here is I take and I copy all of this. Paste it. I can paste and get you in trouble, but I paste it here. Make sure it's all formatted equally. So it's all, there you go. It's all 12 point. what I do is I tab it, come down here, second line, I indent it again. That is your block quote. It's all indented one space for this paragraph. Something strange that happens here is I don't have Miller 2016, pair 5. It's here. No period. It's a little bit different. I don't quote it in a block quote. I make sure to end with a colon. A full sentence ends with a colon that basically says the quote's coming. You put in the quote, you indent the first line. You go down here, you indent the second line. It pushes it all over to a block. You don't put a quotation mark here. And I only have a quotation mark here because the B rapture was in quotes. And then sentence ends, paraphrase or parentheses hang out like it's a whole different thing. There's no period here or anything. Unlike this, where the period doesn't go at the end, and then it ends up here. So there's a couple of just different things. This is one sentence, it begins here, the period's there, there's no period here. But this one is unquoted, let it be out there the way it is, put that there, no period after. It's a little strange, but that's a block quote. I hope this helps you this week as you begin your draft and you work through the discussion board. It's pretty concise. Hopefully it helps. See you later.